And Germany playing really passive. I don't know how that's going to go for them. I mean, Cruz is pretty much the beast to reckon with when it comes to engages, so I think the UK is going to pull it off here.
All right, well, let's see how it all pans out as we begin this next group, Group H, with UK versus Germany. Let's send it over to Monty and Doa.
Hey guys, Doa and Monte Cristo here. UK versus Germany, a battle for first place in Group H, and perhaps a battle to avoid the United States as well.
Well, definitely going to be that, especially since we saw Chinese Taipei not looking quite as strong today.
Yeah.
We expect UK to come out on top in this one, but Germany did make a big improvement from day 1 to day 2.
Sure.
We saw some good form out of them and some transitions in their Sombra play, bouncing the hero around a little bit and then making sure it was a little bit more consistent.
I talked to Internet Hulk a little bit after the matches yesterday, and he was not very happy with this play after that. You know, we saw the Lucio play look a little bit awkward, not the greatest sound barriers here and there, but I thought his Sombra play really improved.
It did,
but,
that's for sure. And considering they do have multiple players, we did see Cranks take it out for a spin for a little while as well over the course of that map. They're trying to get a bit of diversity down when it comes to this roster and their roles within it. So we'll see. Germany's play has been characterized by some smart ult economy for the most part and some good set strategies, but UK, the same could be said of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the UK has Cruz, and we've seen what Cruz can do on the Genji constantly. As we said yesterday, Germany going to have to put this one on cruise control if they want. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry.
The cruise control has not been activated so far in these group stages, though. Nobody's been able to actually handle him.
Nobody's found the button yet, but maybe Germany can do it. They're going to start off on defense here on Nimbani, a map we haven't seen a ton of yet this week.
No, but we did see the UK play it yesterday, so it seems like this is going to be a default map for them that they feel comfortable on, and they are going to be defending with a pretty standard dive composition. The UK has not been too diverse in terms of what they've been showing us.
Yep, that's right. Pretty standard dive on both sides here as we see UK come towards the point. Going after Icefeld now on that Soldier 76. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get picked off right away. Nice dive onto that Soldier as the UK starts things off. They're going to get the pick on the Nesh as well. So Germany falling apart a little bit already here, unless they can get some return picks soon.
Skipjack going to get Cruz, who does play it a little bit deep, but as he goes onto the point, that will be the end of the Winston. So it should be easy here for the United Kingdom. They find Icefeld, as you say, on the backside of the point, an unusual place for a Soldier to be. And Germany not able to respond very quickly with a triple DPS composition. No Diva to run to him and prevent that damage on the dive.
You know, now when I play Doomfist on this map, I just get in chat and I'm like, guys, I have my fist right here. What are we doing? It's not in the cart anymore. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened. He already stole it, so I guess there's no need to move it.
It's like, why are we pushing this? I've already got the Doomfist back.
New body has been made pointless.
Well, pointless now as well as the payload is moving. So the point stage is over. It's all about pushing the payload now. You like that segue?
That was fantastic.
It was, not for it.
We don't have Doomfist yet, so there still may be a point.
Not yet. Not in this tournament. We will soon, though. Tenders is coming up. UK, though, pushing pretty fast here through point B. And we don't see a whole lot of teams get stopped on point B anywhere in Numbani, so it's not a huge shock. But Germany, right now, it's all about stability. Finding some sort of, breathing room to sort of get their defense going again, because right now it's been kind of torn apart.
Yeah, it has. UK not really stopped at all. Germany really struggling. Cranks has the Dragon Blade, and he's not going to have a chance to pull it out quite yet, as Cruz will get his first and start sweeping his way through the ranks of Germany.
Oh yeah, Germany responding though, trying to come back in, but it's just not going to work. Not enough people left. UK going to keep rolling through Nimbani here. As soon as Nesh is taken down, that's it. Point B taken, and they still have nearly 6 minutes left on the clock right now. Pretty crushing attack round for the UK so far.
Yeah, it has been. Crank's actually going to use his Dragon Blade and then immediately switch off Cruz. We've seen so many big Dragon Blade plays from him, playing so well around his teammates. Both support ults coming to help him clean up those kills. And Cruz going to keep slicing through, finds Cranks in the back line, and nothing is stopping this UK team.
Well, whenever Cruz can't kill, Mikey A seems to be able to finish off for him. I mean, this UK DPS duo has been tearing Germany apart right now. Icefeld does finally get the kill on the Genji, so maybe finally the UK getting pushed back a little bit. They're still, though, making this a bit of a brawl.
Well, they are, and Skipjack gonna have to fall way back off the point as the self-destruct comes up. Nash trying to find these kills, but Mikey pushing the cart forward just a little bit more, zoning them back towards the spawn, and it was but a brief moment of respite here for Germany, and now they're gonna have to defend right at the end of point C.
Oh, they need a huge fight right now. Mikey A kind of sneaking around the back if he can get a good pulse bomb in. Defensive Matrix doesn't want to throw it out right there. There's the Transcendence. As soon as it ends, though, he's going to have some opportunities.
Now you see the sound barrier coming in. Mikey A not going to get a piece of that, not in line of sight of the Lucio, but he is going to come around the other side, and Cruz just getting all of the kills once again.
You might not even need it, I guess. Cruz is just going to wreck everybody with the Dragon Blade. Germany has the response coming, but that payload is nearly there, 5 meters away from completion. ISO popped out of the Diva. And so can they stop the payload? It's going in now. That's going to be it. And the UK finishes Nimbani with more than 4 minutes in the time bank. That is one of the fastest attack rounds I have ever seen on that map.
That is just ridiculously fast. Lightning quick through Nimbani. And that is a good sign for the United Kingdom. Germany never even truly winning a fight, honestly. No. They got some pickups. They slowed down the cart, but they never really won a fight on that entire map. And that guy, repping the Queen.
Wow, yeah, he took the time to draw Queen Elizabeth herself. Congrats, that's very good. Look just like the coins.
I'm sure she's watching at home right
now. As a guy who collects coins, I'm sure she is too, Monte Cristo. That's right. She stayed up late for this.
As a guy who collects coins.
As a guy who collects coins.
I know what the Queen is watching.
I can verify. No, you didn't let me finish my sentence. I was going to say I can verify that is an exact likeness on that guy's sign from what we see on the coin.
Your expertise always comes into play, though.
It is impressive, isn't it? I got her on speed dial. Be like, you watching this? Of course. Of course. Well, the United Kingdom on the defense now, Germany on the attack, but I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw a team with more than 4 minutes in the time bank.
That is a shockingly fast time.
Yeah.
And Germany gonna be on the attack now. Seems unlikely that they'll be able to match this, but maybe they can at least force some time bank and re-evaluate their defense for a second time around. United Kingdom wants to close it out here, and they're just going to keep going with the same old, same old. It's been working for them this entire group stage. It worked extremely well for them on that attack, and it will be the Tracer Genji dive composition.
We need something new to put in that cart to transport to the museum. Some sort of other artifact of significance. Maybe like Mandata's head or something like that, you know? Put that in there. He's not using it at the moment.
No, he's definitely not. It's more of an artifact right now, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, Germany, see what they can do.
All right, so looking for a low ground attack right now, as we see them looking upwards at the defenses from the UK. Smek's on one side. They're going to dive onto the Diva and try and de-suit him, but that may backfire just a little bit. Icefeld does get the kill on the Mikey, though.
Yeah, not a bad start here for Germany. Let's see. All right, they've got Smex of the Diva suit as well. Great start, and wow, as fast as the point they take
killed
was.
Cranks as he came up onto the high ground there. He just right-clicked him straight in the head as Cranks dashed upwards.
As fast as the point they take was for the UK, looks like Germany might be able to actually match here. Nesh has that pulse bomb now too.
He does, hunting down for Mikey in the underground there. They're going to have to back off again, and they are just going to get it. So Germany really matching the pace. Nash tries to throw a pulse bomb right into a defensive matrix. That doesn't work out terribly well for him.
Not too often. I think maybe he thought it was about to run out or something like that, but yeah. That was a nice little alt donation from Nesh at the end there. But hey, the payload's moving, and Germany got it going very fast. So good start for the blue team on their attack round.
Yeah, definitely good. This is exactly what they needed to do to keep pace with the United Kingdom. And the question is, can they keep doing it? Because it's going to take a lot of team fight wins to be successful in that regard. They're going to try and use the sound barrier right away.
Yep, coming in, and Crank's already getting a couple with that ultimate. Now, Boombox with the Transcendence delaying the payload a little bit, but can they win the ensuing fight? Doesn't look that way. So a little bit of a delay on the payload, but that's going to be about it, and Germany's going to keep this rolling without really having to dedicate too much to it.
And this is looking like the same kind of efficiency on attack that we saw from the United Kingdom. Only using 2 ults right there, 1 support ult, and Cranks cleaning up with the Dragon Blade. We saw how the United Kingdom with Cruz and Reels were doing nearly exactly the same thing. And now they're going to push all the way through point B. So Germany doing very well so far. But of course, point C is the one that's notoriously difficult to take.
Yeah, the UK is going to try for one last defense here on point B. We'll see what they can get accomplished with that. Self-destruct not picking up anybody, but Vaneless does go down to Christopher in the back lines. Cruz with the Dragon Blade out now. Can't get anything with the ultimate, but his team is coming through. So Germany looks like they are going to be pushed back for the moment anyway.
Now, Primal Rage at least buying some space on the card so they can take point B right now. Might not be enough though. Cranks is going to fall to Christopher in the Tesla cannon, and UK will win the first defensive fight of this map so far.
Wow, it has been a pretty offensive focused map here. But it looks like maybe Germany's going to have to slow down a bit.
Germany did use the remaining ultimates that they had, all 4 in that fight. UK running out of ults as well. So Boombox going to be close to his, and Cranks might want to pull out that Dragon Blade a little bit preemptively so that he can have that before the trance comes in, and that's what he's going to do.
Yep. Cranks looking for kills in the backline too, but the Transcendence there, yeah, from Boombox preventing it, and Vaneless goes down again. Germany pushed back. See, the United Kingdom finding an unlikely place to set up the defense, and it's working out pretty well so far.
It is, and there was a very small time window there where the Dragon Blade could be successful, but he got booped back by the Lucio, so Real's doing his job at preventing the resets, and that gave Boombox enough time to get the Transcendence up. He was only about 10% down, so the timing window not executed on, as we saw from Germany. And taking a look at Mikey A's contribution to that last fight, just a little bit of cleanup.
Yep. Mikey A sounds like the lost member of the Beastie Boys.
He really does, doesn't
yeah,
he?
Pretty sure he was the 4th guy, yeah.
He got cut very early on, though.
That's right. It's good. He has a great Overwatch career ahead of him.
His idea was fight for your right to do homework, and they didn't like that one. They had to kick him out of the band.
No,
it wasn't cool enough.
Not in line with the creative vision of the Beastie Boys, yeah. Well, the UK, you don't see a lot of defenses here at this point on Nimbani, but they've actually got something really solid going with a lot of tools to work with, too. Sound barrier coming in from Germany. Mikey A can wait it out, then he's got that pulse bomb. Meanwhile, Cruz cut people up with the Dragon Blade. Doesn't even need to wait for that Lucio. Both supports taken down, and the rest of his team follows up. And that's going to be another hold for the UK. And now if you're Germany, time is starting to run out. You've got a few pushes left, but you've been stalled out at a place that you don't really count on being stalled out at.
And now they're just going to surround the Diva. Icefelt wants the sweet release of death, but he can't find it.
We'll get it eventually. There we go. Cruz cutting him down in the lower right. But you can see, again, Boombox. I mean, following up, great orbs of discord on all the right targets, enabling his Genji to do what Genjis do.
And UK still in a dominant position here. Yeah, Cranks has that Dragon Blade, and he can couple it with the Transcendence from Vaneless, but he's going to have to work through some support ults on the side of the United Kingdom. And that's easier said than done with the coordination. This UK roster has shown Mikey not going to get that pulse bomb down.
Yeah, that's right. Now Transcendence comes in for Germany as they try to push forward here. They're getting a little bit on the desperate side. Crank's taken down before he can pull out the Dragon Blade, though. And already some disaster here for Team Germany. UK, they let the payload push a little bit, but not enough to really matter.
Skipjack also going to fall. He does get Real, so some of the healing cut out. But Boombox remains with just a sliver of HP before his shields will regenerate. And UK now only has to wait 35 seconds if they want to hold on point B of Numbani.
Not much time left. 30 seconds for Germany. This is it. They've got ults to work with. They need to take point B right here, right now. Cruz really close to his Dragon Blade on the UK side. Self-destruct comes in from Germany. No kills from that. Crankso making the Dragon Blade work quite well. The UK may finally be giving a point to B here.
And Cranks got Diva before she could re-back after the self-destruct. So crucial kill. Not going to be a stall, and it looks like Germany will make it to point B in the waning seconds. They only have a minute and a half, though, so they're still well behind when it comes to time bank, if they can even finish the map. And this is a good job with the Dragon Blade. As you can see, gets the Diva and gets out before the self-destruct can go down.
Well, you find people in that little room, and it's not too tough to get the kills out of that. But like you said, with this much time on the time bank, only about a minute, Germany's gonna have some huge fights. And right now, the UK trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Vainless does get picked off early. He's been dying pretty early in a lot of these fights. The UK pretty merciless with their dives.
And Mikey also gets Nesh on the backside. So the DPS is down right now.
Yep.
They're going to try and chase down Internet Hulk. He will just barely be able to live as Cruz will get the, I think, a reflect kill there, actually.
Yeah. It's close. Skipjack nearly died as well, but he made it out. Either way, Germany having to regroup here. That's going to take time, and only about 35 seconds left for them to finish this map.
They need Cranks to get that Dragon Blade. He needs a couple more shurikens to poke up. He's going to come to 100%, and this is where the big combo has to come in, and it must be successful for Germany. Reels will be waiting with that sound barrier.
Yep, UK just falling back a little bit, letting those defensive ults finish up. Now they're going to pop their own. Going in, Cranks falls really early. Didn't get to use his Dragon Blade again. Now sound barrier for Germany. Pulse Bomb comes in, but no kills out of that one. Nesh does pop specs out of the Diva suit, though. It's a brawl. Skipjack just trying to stay alive on the payload right now.
He is. Skipjack doing a good job of it. Finally going to pop his Primal Rage for a little bit more delay, but they just have so far to go, Noah.
I mean, the respawns are going to be coming into the United Kingdom really quick now, and Germany slowly getting ground down. Cranks falls again, and the overtime bar ticking away as well. Internet Hulk taken out, and that should be about it. United Kingdom taking map 1.
Strong showing on Numbani. Even though they gave up the Ghosts pretty easily on their first defense, stabilized nicely in point B and held point C. So, not even talking about their attack, which was a very fast time. Certainly the record time that we've seen at the Overwatch World Cup for a Numbani attack.
Yeah, probably close to the record time in general for that map. I mean,
it is hard to win that map faster than they did.
More than 4 minutes. I really can't remember the last time I saw that. Crazy stuff. Well, Germany's got a lot to think about going into their second map. It will be the control map this time around, a very different type, so we'll see if they can tie things up.
I think you really have to like what we're seeing from UK, though, as we watch Cruz with the Dragon Blade slicing through absolutely every member of the German team just to finish out the point. And another impressive performance from him. But I talked to these guys last night, and they were definitely about that team mentality. And Cruz, we talked about his Dragon Blade, said that it's all due to the teamwork that they have and the coordination that allows him to make those big plays, which is true of Overwatch.
Well, that's really what we're seeing, and I mean, it's not just him too. We saw players like Mikey A following up really well or creating the space Cruz needed to be successful. And then when you have a support like Boombox that doesn't really need as much peel as other supports, it really frees up your front line to be a lot more aggressive as a team.
Yeah, Cruz having some issues with his classes there. Only able to go over one here right now. Looks like he might be needing some new ones. But as we go forward, when we look at the UK, there are the two ways they win fights is that they get Boombox to get a pick off right at the start, right? Or they're relying on a lot of old combos and getting big team wipes, right? They're not the scrappy mechanical team of this tournament that's going to win those Tracer duels or win those 1v1s. They're winning based off of their coordination and how well they play around their ult economies. So continues to work for them for the moment. They have a potentially a tough opponent in the other side of the group either way, whether they take first or second. Both of these teams will be up against a wall considering the caliber of teams in the other group.
Yeah, I do think in general USA and Chinese Taipei look a little bit stronger than the top two teams we have in this group. So it will be tough for whoever moves on in first place from Group H. Going to Lijiang Tower for our next map. Going to be the control map picked by Germany. And so,
yeah, regardless though, I think what we have to question is how much diversity we see from the UK. They're a well-oiled machine when it comes to the dive composition that they like to run with the Tracer and Genji. But what else do they have? We've seen just a little bit of Boombox flexing into a third DPS, but and a little bit of Sombra as well. But it's mostly been Boombox who's been making the adjustments when it comes to the hero pool.
Yeah. In a way, the UK kind of reminds me of Team Russia with the way that they would work around Shadowburn a little bit. I think the UK is a bit more well-rounded, but you've still got that great Genji player that everybody is sort of like built around, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And a little bit different too is that the way they do tend to play it more reactively to protect Boombox. They know he's a core part of this roster and he is one of the star players on the team, and they behave as such too when it comes to their in-game coordination and team play.
That's right. Welcome to Lijiang Tower. It's a tower. We don't really know what the Lijiang company does. We know they have a control center.
They have a really huge tower as well.
They
Much
do.
bigger than all the other towers around.
It's quite large. They must be important based on the size of the tower. That's my guess. Germany in the blue, UK in the red. On board with Boombox. On that Zenyatta, staying safe. You know, Zenyatta, you can get a lot of kills on, but you really do need to stay back. Wow. Oh, support duel.
Well, he was taking a 1v2 there with Cranks on the side, so a bit of a dive back, but the rest of his teammates going to launch themselves onto the back lines of Germany, so the cost of actually killing Boombox was much higher than they would have wanted. As soon as Boombox saw two people back there, the Genji, and for some reason the Lucio, that really triggered the United Kingdom collapse onto the opposite flank of the German team.
I was a bit surprised to see Internet Hulk back there. That was some real pent-up support rage that kind of came out there, you know?
He's got to get it out somehow.
A little bit,
He hasn't been playing in a while.
That was we know Internet Hulk plays an aggressive Lucio, but that was a very aggressive Lucio. Coming back on now is UK up to a little over 20 control % already here on Night Market. No kills out of Pulse Bomb yet, but Cranks does fall right afterwards. And UK not having a whole lot of trouble keeping Germany away from the point right now. They're kind of bobbled up on the staircase.
Out dispatching them without using any ultimates, winning the skirmishes, winning the fights. They are looking convincing on Lijiang so far. And everybody takes the trip.
Boops for the boot god.
It's real. It's going over the side with Mesh and Icefelt. So nice way to finish off that fight.
Why not? All right, so Germany finally having some ults come online. They're actually pretty close to 6. But United Kingdom already up to near 60 control %, so they're already in the position where even if they have to give up the point, they can take the time to build up some ults and take it right back again. Meanwhile, Vainless dying early. Okay, Cruz pulling out the Dragon Blade, and he's just going to pick up all the kills they need. Boombox helping out, of course, on that Tracer, but killing the Tracer, that is. But, man, UK making this look easy.
And that was one ult, though. Sure, he had a great position catching them in the corridor, but only one ult had to be used for that team wipe. And Germany only has 20% to work with. They're going to have 5 ults of their own up soon, but the efficiency that UK has defended this point with is something else.
Here we go again. Oh, Cruz taken down as he pulls out the Dragon Blade. Gets nothing out of that, and that's a great start for the UK already. Transcendence popped for both of these teams. There's the sound barrier now, and the UK already starting to pull ahead a little bit. Cruz diving in on the Internet Hulk. He's not going to make it out of there, and despite Germany trying desperately to flip the point, that's going to be about it for that fight, I think. Yeah, Cranks just getting the kill on Boombox with the 76, but that's the only thing Germany was able to get. OT ticking away, and the UK takes an easy point A. Take a break, soldier.
And UK was so ready for that Dragon Blade. Killing Cranks during the animation, like you said, Noah. No opportunity. They knew the engage was coming. Focus him down instantly. And that's one of those times where you really need to have that split-second coordination to get your sound barrier, your support ults out to protect the Genji. Because if you go too soon, that's what can happen.
Yeah. Well, I can't say that it's looked anything but dominating so far for the United Kingdom over Germany. And, you know, we knew coming into this one the UK looked like the stronger team, but this so far has been a little bit more one-sided than I expected.
Yeah, absolutely is. Cranks going to be playing the Sombra, at least trying to get something else into the mix right now as we head to Control Center. You know what, UK, they don't need to change anything.
No, I don't think so.
But they are actually going to have specs on the Soldier, so hey, a little bit of a difference at the very least.
I mean, they, you know, it's in their interest to hide any other picks they have, but if they want to go triple DPS, and nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Christopher having to hide a little bit, so he's got the Orb of Discord on him.
Yeah, they're trying to fight up here for the health pack that Sombra wants to hack onto the backside of the point. She already has gotten the hack down, so just trying to defend it, make sure they're not going to get a lot of ult charge for the EMP.
Oh, Mikey A going down. He was kind of on his own back there against Team Germany, not with the rest of his team near the health pack. But will that health pack give the UK enough of a standpoint. No, it doesn't look like it. They're chased away. So Germany looks like they will be able to claim the point early.
Hulk going out very far with the Orb of Discord, does manage to make the kill onto Christopher, and that's going to be some percent building for Germany right now. Okay. Mikey made a positional error right there.
Yeah, he did.
The rest of the team needed to protect the health pack on the backside and maintain control of that high ground, so they had a position for the soldier. But instead, they commit a little bit too hard on the side, and Mikey finds himself caught out on the flank. Smex takes this as an opportunity to change back to the Diva.
And here we go. UK back on the point again. There's the EMP going to take out Boombox almost instantly. That's what happens when you've got that Sombra EMP in your Zenyatta. You don't live through a whole lot of those. Meanwhile, Hack comes in on Christopher. Quick finish for Cranks again. And Germany holding this point pretty well so far.
And now getting rid of the Sombra becomes a huge issue. There are lots of health packs to work with right here. Rehacking the Mega up at the top. He already has the Mini towards the spawn of the United Kingdom under his thrall. And so they've got to keep moving forward right now. Make sure that there's not going to be any opportunities for the UK to get some purchase onto the point. But the EMP, whoa, whoa.
Oh, Sombra, stop hacking our replay. Hate it when she does that. Cranks already nearly has the EMP again. Wow. Building it, but that's what happens when you have the big health pack. Now UK coming in, trying to flip it back, but they lose Cruz early again. Very different look from Germany here on this point. They are fully in control.
Now UK just has to back off once again. They keep getting picked up, whether it's through the EMP or through an early engage. And Germany on the verge of getting this map, or this point rather, 100-0 on the control off the back of the Sombra play.
All right, yeah, Germany still with a lot of ults to use here. For the next time UK pushes in, and this is going to be it. They need to make this fight work. Vainless going down early. Okay, that's a much better start for the UK as they come in. Nesh does get the kill onto Christopher, but overall, the UK is storming ahead on this fight right now. Going to take down Internet Hulk, and so Germany losing Cranks before the EMP can go off, and that derailed the entire defensive plan. So it looks like the UK finally going to be able to start some control percent building.
Well, they got the play they wanted to it. They got back onto the Sombra instantly with the dive and eliminated Cranks before he could hit the EMP. Yep. He's going to be coming back with it, but at least he's not going to be in that entrenched position on the point. And the United Kingdom is going to have some tools to use right here. Now watch for Cranks. Reels needs to play that sound barrier around the EMP.
Here we go. Germany coming in. Gotta get that good EMP. Cranks coming forward. Mikey A dying early again. Rough for United Kingdom. There's the EMP now. Kills on both sides. Smack just trying to fight off Icefeld on the point here, but he's on his own. He's got the sound barrier though to stay up a little bit longer.
He's chasing the enemy Diva around. Self-destruct dropped onto the point right now. That's going to get real, so this is the point for Germany to go ahead and take some damage in this map right now. They can go ahead and finish this one out.
Yeah, they lose Skipjack though, so no tank. After that Winston falls, United Kingdom has a chance. Cruz coming in, but he can't get much. Cranks finishes him off after he gets only one. So the UK kind of falling apart on this point here, and Germany just trying to grind down this fight and flip the point back again.
Well, Transcendent's going to give them an opportunity. Cruz will be walking back in with a Dragon Blade, though. Internet Hulk saving that sound barrier, needs to use it. Cruz pulls it out.
Yeah, it's time. Goes through the health pack to get a little bit more. Sound barrier for Germany, though. Nearly keeps Diva up, but in the end, it is a couple kills for Cruz.
Gets Nesh as well. That is huge.
That's the team fight win for the United Kingdom, and they're going to keep that going. Looks like we're probably going to go to 99-99 here.
Well, Internet Hulk saved that sound barrier, heard the audio cue for the Dragon Blade being pulled and hit it, but two people had already died, so not enough time to actually stop the damage from being done.
Yep. EMP again. Skipjack falls almost immediately, and now the United Kingdom in a little bit more control. Germany trying to backcap it, but as the red team falls back, they've certainly got the man advantage. Icefeld already out of the Diva suit, and I mean, what can you say? That's just that. I think that got absorbed there. No pulse bomb, and now the sound barrier to secure it for the UK. And so despite some trouble on Control Center, they will get the 2-0 on Lijiang Tower.
At the end there, Smex had a good self-destruct. It's an easy one to get though, because you know they're going to be rushing towards the back of the point to try and get into that overtime scenario. Catches Skipjack out as he tries to make the beeline, the predictable beeline. And that helps seal the deal for the United Kingdom. So up 2-0 now, and one map away from taking first place in this group.
Yeah, a rough start for Germany, but they've got a little bit of time now to regroup and think about it. In that meantime, let's send it over to the desk and see what they've got to say about those first two maps.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. And yes, the United Kingdom are currently going to be up 2-0 here. Welcome to the halftime as we break down what we just saw in that matchup. Germany kind of coming out of the gate a little weak there at first, and then out of nowhere things just heated up, and I don't know, like things just got confusing in that Numbani game. Reinforced.
Yeah, welcome to Overwatch, man.
Yeah, right.
Things got a bit crazy. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at Germany's defense here on Numbani. They brought out the triple DPS comp, right? And it's not something we see a lot. So let's go into this Numbani highlight. We can get it up. Maybe we can't. I don't know, technology.
It'll pop up in a second here. We'll jump into it because it is a pretty good play there from Germany, right? Because of their defensive play. I mean, it was good to see them defend after the craziness that had occurred there.
Yeah, and I like them bringing out something new, right? They're playing triple DPS, and I want to see them do this because, I mean, Cruz, Mikey A, I mean, they're really good on Genji and Tracer, right? So you kind of don't want to play that mirror matchup that much, you know? If you go to triple DPS, you're bringing something new, you're playing a new playstyle. So,
yeah,
I mean, maybe something better that fits Germany better.
Yeah, so I believe the highlight is ready to go. Why don't you go ahead and walk us through it there, my man?
Yeah, let's go. So Germany here playing a triple DPS composition. They're very spread out on this point, and we're going to get a pause here soon when we get to the point here. So they're very spread out on this point because they want to make it hard for England to die, right? So 1, 2, 3 groups, right? And they want England to do this dive onto Icefelt on the Soldier, right? So that the other groups can move in to the backline and capitalize on them being so spread out, right? So Icefelt on the Soldier 76, he's just a bait here, right? But because he ends up dying to the dive of the UK, the whole strategy falls apart. But I think it was like a cool idea from Germany anyway.
Yeah, it's good to see Germany trying out some different approaches, trying to be creative because the UK is really bringing it to them here. So I do want to get your thoughts here on how the UK has been performing thus far because it's been very impressive.
Yeah, it definitely has been. And looking at that Numbani game, yesterday when they played against Israel on Numbani, they had an incredible strong defense. I even think they're full health. I'm not entirely sure anymore, but I do know that it was very close. If they lost that first point, it was definitely in overtime. And they didn't do a really good job on the offense, whereas today, they rolled over Germany. My God, that was not pretty to watch anymore, honestly.
I agree.
Like they couldn't, like Germany had at no point of time did they actually manage to stabilize in any way, shape or form. So that must have been a really good start from the UK going into this. And yeah, they just kind of continued in that fashion too.
Yeah, it was very impressive from the United Kingdom. And you know what? Speaking of, we had an opportunity to catch up with them and get their reactions here coming into the Los Angeles group stage. So why don't we go ahead and check that out.
What we do better than most teams is like our synergy, honestly. We're all great friends, came together, got along with each other really well. So our coordination in game is really good, I believe.
The biggest strength for our team is definitely our communication and strategy. I think it's probably fair to say that there'll be other teams at the group stage which have better individual players, but I have no doubt in my mind that the way we communicate and work as a unit is what will get us to BlizzCon. We've got a lot of individually skilled players, people that are known within the team, like Boombox. Got a lot of vocal players as well, that really helps in games. I personally am very excited to represent Team UK. I missed out last year, so it's really nice to be able to get the opportunity this year. There's like a stigma around UK players that were not very good. I definitely want to prove they're strong. South Korea is a very, very strong team. I'd love to play them. I think if you can take the first map, it becomes super important over a 4-game series. The ability to ride the momentum and potentially tilt your opposition can often become a really important factor. We have set strategies for the first fight in the first point of every single map, so we're definitely going to be well prepared to start things off on the right foot. Looking to go as far as possible. I really want to make it to BlizzCon because I've never been to BlizzCon before. But yeah, just looking to dominate our games, win as many as possible. I think everyone on Team UK's goal is absolutely to make it to BlizzCon. I don't want a single loss. Yeah, it means a lot to me being here in LA. I've never been before, being in Santa Monica, playing the World Cup. Honestly, I want Team UK to be remembered for beating Team USA at their own event. That's what my goal is. That's what I want to play. I want to come first in our group and play Team USA. And knock them out, of course. The ability to fly across the globe to play a video game professionally has always been a dream of mine. And I'm hoping to continue that for as long as possible. And that will probably mean winning our group and qualifying for BlizzCon.
Some bold words there from Cruz. Not going to happen, though.
Whoa.
At least I don't think so. No, not going to happen in that. I don't think they're going to match up against each other.
Oh, good
Come on, see, look at that. Come on, man. I'm not. I'm not that. I don't have reels of shades. Come on, dog. All right, so Zoe, player to watch going into this next game. Who you got?
That's an easy one. Boombox, definitely. He's been a solid. Yeah, that name kind of is asking for this approach. No, but he's been consistently good on Zen, on Sombra, even showing up on Soldier. And he's the one creating space for Cruz and for Mikey. He is taking care of himself. He doesn't need that babysitting, therefore allowing his team to go up there and do the damage they are doing. And he's doing more than enough himself as well.
I could not agree with you more. A lot of people in the community believe that Boombox is going to be the superstar coming into this team, although Cruz has been really making it, all about him. But Seltzer, who do you have on your side there for Germany? Because they have a tall order in front of them.
Absolutely. For Germany, I'm going with the guy with the biggest backpack today, and that's going to be Cranks. You saw him a lot on Genji doing some work, but his biggest play so far today, I think, has been on Sombra on that last control point of Lijiang. He carried it, capped that point, and the moment he died was when they lost control of that point. Great plays there on Sombra, lots of great thoughts on Genji. And if he can get his team to play around him a little more, I think they can go a little bit better toe-to-toe with UK.
I'm kind of shocked that Cranks' name is Joshua Santana Colon.
Santana Colon?
That's not what I had expected from a member of Team Germany, but hashtag diversity.
Germany,
so I respect the hustle. But I don't have a follow-up after that. That just
Did you say the hustle?
Yeah, I respect the hustle. You got to respect the hustle, baby. Streets is real. You already know.
Streets is real.
Yeah, right?
Dropped all his vowels, still in the game?
Yeah.
The LA traffic is real.
The LA traffic.
That's true, actually. That is
yes.
real.
We had to get here super early each and every time because the LA traffic is real. In any case, so I believe we are ready to go for this matchup here. UK and Germany both are getting ready to take the stage. And let's go ahead and send it over to two guys who indeed know how real the streets are. It's Monte Cristo and Doa.
That's absolutely right. Doa and Monte Cristo.
I don't know what that means, but I know Reels is in this match.
I grew up in north central Wisconsin for the most part before moving to Minnesota, and we had many streets there, all of which were real. There were no fake streets. There was no like, hey, that's a field. Don't call it a street.
Or figments of your imagination.
That's right. I didn't imagine any streets. The streets were real. They continue to be real in most
I
cases.
still have no idea what that phrase means.
I don't know.
I've heard it probably
I thought he was talking about one of the
100
other
times over the last month. And
yeah. I mean, this group stage, I thought he was just talking about one of the other teams in our groups. I thought he was saying Streets Israel.
Oh,
I was confused.
Right.
I get it now. Okay.
But I've never actually seen an Israeli Streets. Never been to Israel.
They do exist, though.
As far as I know.
I've seen pictures.
I can't disprove that they exist.
Schrodinger Streets. Well, here we are, a place where there are not too many streets, but there is a colony of hyper-intelligent gorillas. So the moon has that going for it.
Rebellious, hyper-intelligent gorillas.
That's right.
There's nothing. You know what I say, though? There's nothing worse than a mutinous space gorilla.
You do say that a lot. That's true. I do know you say that. Yeah. Well, no good has ever come from making gorillas really intelligent. Time and other films.
Humanity has proven that.
Yeah. Nobody's ever really figured this out yet. We have like one case. Like Winston is like the one case out of, I don't know, thousands.
Well, I mean, we do know what happens when primates get very intelligent, and let's just say it hasn't been very good for planet Earth.
It cannot. Sometimes that doesn't go well either, yeah. That's right. Well, here we go. United Kingdom on the defense in the blue, Germany on the attack in the red. A lot of work for Germany to do to come back in this series. It's been pretty dominant, one-sided so far for the UK. See what they got, though. See if they can keep it going. Boombox on the Sombra this time around.
One of the few adaptations that they have continuously made over the course of this tournament, and it has looked good. So Internet Hulk going to be firing through the window right there. Taking a look from his perspective as they start to make their move on the point. Christopher going to divide them. He is caught in the back with 2 DPS from the UK side. That is not where you want to be.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a bloodthirsty support, but I don't want to be in that situation. I can't win that 1v2 very often.
Wow, Mikey and Cruz really just stuck in there. Time to go to the Diva ditch on the moon.
Takes a long time. I'm still falling. It's the moon. I'm falling really slowly.
By the way, shout out to that guy on Twitter who told us it would take 115 years for you to throw the travel distance.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, to try to throw a jar of peanut butter into the sun from the moon.
That's
so
right.
At least we know the answer to that.
But it would get there. I don't know if I quite have the arm strength to do it.
Or the accuracy.
That's right. Well, maybe. Who knows? Either way. You know D.Va can fall to the bottom of that pit. Whoa, big start for the UK here as they get another teamfight win. Goodbye, I'm going to join D.Va.
That's actually what happened to me.
That's right. There is just like, you know, people are like, where is Overwatch? I know where Overwatch is. They're all in that pit on the moon. See, Icefeld's trying to join them. I have to join my team. No, let her go. Just let her go. Come on. Oh, so lonely.
I like how they all went out there just to help the body block. This is pretty brutal.
Boople? Brutal? It is that too as well.
We've seen some good boobs.
We have. Yep. Well, I like big boobs, and I cannot lie.
As we like to say.
Yeah. Well, what can you say about this match? UK kind of stopping Germany right now. They're going to try to go around the left side here. They're going to get onto the point. Cruz looking for the supports in the back. They're going to give Germany a little bit of control meter before diving in. Cruz has that Dragon Blade as well. He's going to pull it out. Vulnerable supports here. Internet Hulk goes down early. Christopher finding kills as well, but Germany, once again, their attacks stuffed by the UK, although this time around the UK do lose a few members.
Yes, they do, and Cranks' Dragon Blade pulled out slightly earlier than Cruz's does some work, but it's just not going to be enough. Boombox is going to have that EMP post-haste as he takes out the D.Va again. It's time to go back to the D.Va ditch.
The D.Va ditch. It's really for everybody this time around. All right, Boombox high ground. Mikey A does get taken out. Okay, Germany coming storming back in. As soon as the Transcendence is over, though, there's the chase. Boombox trying to cut down the Zenyatta. Looks like Cruz has got it for him, though. Cranks does fall. It's a brawl, but it looks like maybe the UK is going to have to give up the point here to Germany.
Smex is about to be desuited, though. 3 members of Germany on the point.
Yeah.
Internet Hulk still with his sound barrier in reserve, so a hard-fought battle for Germany, but they will take point A with about 50 seconds remaining in that time bank. So Hulk retains his sound barrier. He'll be the only one with an ultimate and really the only one close to one as well. So this could be a consequential sound barrier.
Okay, well, UK held point A down to under a minute remaining. So Germany with not as much time as you usually see teams get coming into point B on Lunar Colony. Gonna try to find some picks and then control the spawn. Internet Hulk drops the sound barrier. They're gonna go for it despite having no other ults. I don't know how well that's gonna work out.
Well, Boombox got the right click too through the waning seconds of the shield. That was actually huge by him to get the kill. They needed to find a one pick while the sound barrier was in operation. Otherwise, it could have been a disaster for them with all of that overshield. And Boombox manages to make it work. And Icefeld is very sad this match.
Aww. It's hard being the D.Va sometimes. That's going to really delay Germany's attack again. Although they do get the pick on the Cruz. Cruz may be going a little bit too far forward there.
Yeah, unfortunately, not going to make a big deal when Icefeld already has to get back even a further distance. So Nesh, though, that might be impactful. Mikey gets hit by a Helix rocket.
I mean, the respawns are quick, but UK is already fighting with Germany on the point here. Cruz pulls out the Dragon Blade, gets Baneless immediately. Might be another one coming up here, trying to stay alive. Went really low, but manages to live through it. That's going to be another hold. I don't know if you're quite on fire, Icefeld. I don't know if on fire is quite the way to describe it.
It's rather chilly on the moon. And there's no oxygen to help the fire burn, so he won't be on fire for very much longer if he goes outside.
Maybe the orb of discord that was on him like burns you, and so he felt like he was on fire.
I think it was actually Smex who was on fire, just to be clear.
Could be. It's hard to tell. You never know. Well, here we go again. Germany on the attack. Same high ground focused push from them. Nesh up there with the Soldier 76.
So many ults available for the United Kingdom, though, including both support ultimates now.
Skipjack already down, so not a great start for Germany. That attack pretty much already over. Icefeld popped out of the mech again, and I got a feeling we're going to see a very sad D.Va.
He's not even going to chase this one all the way back. They're just going to, no, they will. All right.
Okay.
They'll just go ahead and take Nesh out at the very end of things. Icefeld actually gets all the way back, but intentionally doesn't want to remech.
Now, Smex did get popped out of the D.Va suit, killed, but, well, I guess he was killed, so that means he's going to come back by the time that Germany reaches the point.
He'll be okay. He'll be feeling fine about that one. That was a very far forward push. You rarely see that on Horizon, but the defense has been dominant on point B from the UK.
Well, UK with nearly 6 ults for the defense now, and Germany very close as well. It's going to be the ult apocalypse coming in as both teams are going to have all their ultimates available in just a moment.
If I'm Germany, I try and force some out to make this more of a sure thing. And they're just going to come right in with the Primal Rage.
Hey, they do get Cruz early, though, so a nice pick to start things off, but they need to win the fight definitively to get the control meter building. Sound Barrier, tons of support ultimates. Nesh gets caught, though, with the self-destruct. So Germany a little bit short-handed here, and Boombox not able to quite make it through. Germany getting a little bit of control meter built up, but there's a nice stick onto Internet Hulk. Mike EA coming back for the kill on both supports. And that's going to be another hold in Germany, using everything except for the Dragon Blade and not even getting a single tick on point B.
No, they didn't, Doa, and part of that is that they layered their support ultimates, stacked them right on top of each other, which meant that they didn't actually have any defense by the time Cruz popped out with the Dragon Blade. Boombox died, so there was a small amount of opportunity that they had to continue to snowball that fight because he didn't get to use the Transcendence, but Cruz shut that one down pretty quickly.
Well, the nice thing for the UK is that while Boombox did die early in that fight, he was able to save his ultimate because of that. And so now they've got the Transcendence on the UK side to hold off Germany yet again. Veinless falls immediately. They've been so good about getting in the back lines and killing Veinless. How many times have we seen Germany lose their Zenyatta before the fight really even starts?
Yeah, and now it's just the cleanup, right? 28 seconds left, not very much time at all, and only a Dragon Blade they have to rely on. Boombox just keeps on patiently holding onto the Transcendence, though he is waiting for the Genji ult to come out first before he responds. And unfortunately for Germany, Reels is at 90% of a sound barrier. So they are not going to have very many opportunities unless they can get a miracle kill on both supports.
All right, Mike Ye coming in from behind. A pulse bomb would end the push right here if you get it. Internet Hulk falls immediately, and nobody can even get to the point. Tragic for Germany. That is rough.
Especially when Icefelt and Skipjack were right next to the point. No contest. It was very unlikely that they would have been able to capture it, but they don't even make the attempt.
Man, Germany is having a pretty rough time right now. And just to reiterate, both of these teams do move on to the playoffs, but you know, if Germany ends in second place in the group, they need to play against the United States, and it is not looking good for them in that category.
No, not with the caliber of play that we saw from the USA earlier today. Like this, it may be a very rough day for Germany.
I think so.
If they can't pull it together and pull it together quickly, because this has been a very one-sided affair in favor of the UK.
That's right. So, UK going on the attack now. And all they need to do is get that first tick on point B and they win the map. And, you know, traditionally that hasn't been very tough to do for the attacking team.
Internet Hulk will be playing the Sombra again, it appears. So they are going to try and mirror that same style of defense that we saw from the United Kingdom that really did a good job of stalling out for more than 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we did see, you know, Internet Hulk play a lot better on that Sombra yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Which was one of the rougher points for Team Germany early on.
And because Cranks is not on the Sombra, it will just be the Tracer and the Genji. And we'll see both of the same DPS heroes between the UK and the German side. United Kingdom, yet again, just going ahead and sticking with the Genji and the Tracer for their attack.
All right. Well, maybe after all this is done, people can come in and fix up this moon base, live in it again. It looks nice. Doesn't need a whole lot of work.
That looks rather great to me, though. I'm not a big fan.
It's a fixer-upper, but I think we could do something with it.
Could use some more paint. Yeah. Not be so beige.
Yeah, beige and yellow. But see, it's color-coded depending on the type of sciencey thing that's going on there.
I see. I suppose that's convenient.
Yeah, sure is. All right, United Kingdom approaching the point cautiously.
See if they can get a kill. Just switching that Discord orb around. Playing with space right now, forcing everybody back who has the Discord orb. And a couple of kills come through, but not enough for the UK to make a concerted effort to push the point, especially as Cruz falls to Cranks. Yeah, I mean, back off right now. Germany finding a way to push them back.
Yeah, both teams lost their Winstons early on, but UK losing a little bit more later. And so Germany does have a bit of time on defense here. Internet Hulk really close to that EMP, so a good start for the red team.
Yeah, as you would expect, Painless actually nearly gets one shot by Boombox from range there.
That happens.
A little bit scary if you are that player, the Zenyatta player, but there's the finisher at the very least.
There he goes, yeah. Mike Ye getting in the back lines too now. Good start for the UK, but they lose a couple in return. So still an even fight here as the United Kingdom jumps onto the point.
Hulk holding onto the EMP. There it goes down, but it's not going to hit Mike Ye, so he has a chance to get a pulse bomb.
Didn't get anything with that pulse bomb, though. Smex, meanwhile, does pop Icefeld out of the Diva suit and gets the kills. And Cruz coming in now. Got an opportunity, doesn't have that Dragon Bladed, but it looks like they've gotten enough picks that they can maybe take the point here. Yeah, Skipjack not gonna last on his own, and so that should be a point they take. And now here's where Germany gets really worried. They need to win this map to stay alive in the series and at least force a tie, but it's hard to imagine the UK not taking that first tick with over 6 minutes on the clock yet.
Especially dangerous because Cruz took out Cranks right now, finds him right at the start of the fight. There is no EMP, remember, it was used in that losing fight by Germany.
Painless.
And guess what? Here comes the Dragon Blade,
yeah,
looking for targets on the flank.
Internet Hulk does get taken out as well as soon as the Transcendence is over. Oh, Cruz falls. Cranks the one with the Dragon Blade out now. And Germany striking back here, trying to push the United Kingdom out. Looks like they will for the moment. That was very close, though.
Cranks saving the Zenyatta, and Cruz not knowing that the Transcendence was going to be up that early, so he mistimes his Dragon Blade, a rare mistake that we've seen on that Genji ultimate from the UK team. And it comes at a not very good time, but even with that said, 5.5 minutes, plenty of time to push. However, Germany has now thoroughly won the ult charge contest as they sit on 4. Cruz will be changing over to a Reaper now, wants to fight directly on top of the point and ignore the effects, more or less, of that EMP, of that hack.
Sure enough. UK coming in now. There's the EMP right away. Boombox falls almost instantly. Mike Ye on that soldier now. They do take out Nash. A good start for United Kingdom. Yeah, this did not go at all the way Germany had planned. And this might be it right here. UK pops that sound barrier to try to stay alive, and they get it. First tick taken, and they will go up to 3-0 in this lead, or in this match rather, and secure #1 spot in Group H.
They've got what they came for, Doa, a guaranteed #1. That means that, unfortunately, Cruz will not be living out his dream of knocking the United States out of BlizzCon contention.
Guess not. They'll have to see if they meet later.
We'll have to
perhaps at BlizzCon.
Perhaps, that's true, but they can't stop them right now. Instead, they will be going up against Chinese Taipei.
That's right. So that means Germany knows that no matter how this next map goes, they're going to be playing against the United States in the playoffs. That's a pretty daunting prospect when you look at just how good the U.S. has been looking today.
Well, and if you're Germany too, you're concerned about your own performance. They really looked like they had gotten their teamwork together yesterday. It was a marked improvement over day one, but not really able to hang with the coordination of the United Kingdom.
Well, that's the thing. I just don't get what's happened to Germany today, because they're just not looking as good as they did in the past couple days. I mean, even day one, I think they looked a bit more coordinated than this.
Oh, I think they did too, and certainly the caliber of the opponent is part of the issue. But they're also making some mistakes that they can correct internally by themselves, stacking support ultimates on top of each other, not keeping a good eye on the enemy ult economy, and making decisions as a result of that you end up punished for later. In that last engagement, they tried to go in with the EMP, but the Reaper was there.
Right.
And they just got caught by surprise by a selection, a team composition change, I should say.
Well, we're going to Route 66 for our final map of this series. And if I was Team Germany, I'd kind of just chill out and be like, hey guys, okay, so this one doesn't really matter a whole lot. Let's just do it, have a bit of fun with it, start thinking about our next match.
I think though there is an important aspect of this for Germany, that they come out with a better performance because they have to get their spirits up to head into a game later today. So I think you just try and fix your issues right now, see if you can at least do better.
Rawhide. And so it looks like it's going to be the UK on the attack first. The red, Germany will defend, begin things off. Talk about a fixer-upper. That hotel.
It has its old charm, right, Doa?
It's rough, man.
The 1960s charm, where people cared about color TVs being in hotels.
Yep, that's right.
I do like driving through America and still seeing that sign from time to time.
It is fun.
Not like it's something worth bragging about.
It is fun. You know, I mean, we've been traveling the world for a while now, but the one thing that the U.S. has, it's hard to find elsewhere, is just these long open stretches of highway with all these like relics from the past. It's very cool.
It is fun. It is fun to go. Now you made me want to go road tripping again, Noah. It's one of the things that I plan to do now that I'm back in the States.
We can make a reality TV show out of this. Let's do it. We can call it something like Overtrip, because everybody's putting over in their names now. Rod, if it's any sort of gaming related thing.
That's right. We're actually going to call you Overdoa soon.
Overdoa, that's right.
I know I'm Overdoa.
Over Krista. Oh. Well, we had a good run. Oh, well. It's going to be a Thelma and Louise ending for us on our road trip, I got a feeling.
Hey, it'll be a good way to go.
That's right.
Smek's going to play Roadhog, I guess.
All right, so things aren't quite as serious here.
Yep, go ahead. Run the Reinhardt. Run the Roadhog, run the Reaper. What a great composition. It is, you know, this composition would be good at busting shields if there was a Reinhardt on the other side.
It would, but at least here it's good at hooking people, maybe, if you can hook them, maybe.
I don't know if Smek's been practicing this Roadhog recently.
I don't think a lot of people have been practicing the Roadhog recently.
Well, you know, might as well make it fun. This game, in and of itself.
Come on over.
Nope.
Oh, no! Classic Roadhog. Let's see if he switches. That's a real. Let's see the dedication. He only built 17% of his ult. Oh, man. Oh, no. Diva. Boom. Boring. Oh. All right. Well, the UK, things have gotten a bit silly now.
Once you commit to the Roadhog, you have to stay there. Now, in all seriousness, though, if you know there's a Sombra coming up and you can control that corridor with Roadhog hooks and the Reaper, there is some strategy to this. It's not like attack Symmetra or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I think they were trying that. You kept seeing the Roadhog try and fish for hooks in that corridor around the hacked Mega Pack.
Smex has already built more ult in the first few seconds of playing Diva than he did in the entire like couple minutes of playing Roadhog. Poor guy.
Well, you actually have to hit things in order to build ult.
You do. Oh, Death Blossom.
Gets absorbed, you know.
That's right.
Like you do. Then you get hacked, but that's not actually going to affect the Reaper that much.
No. Go ahead and hack the Reaper. He's unhackable. Well, I mean, he is hackable, but it doesn't matter. You just keep shooting.
Keeps shooting, keeps healing.
Yep.
Use that instead of actually triggering the Wraith form.
Yep, that's right.
Wraith form, not particularly useful, especially if you have the sound barrier with you as well, which he had over, so not really a big concern for him.
Well, the United Kingdom took point A pretty quickly after swapping back over to the Diva from the Roadhog. A lot of time to work with here as Germany tries to put up some sort of defense.
Cruz really wants to just have a drink in the saloon right now.
I want to play some pool.
Have a beer.
Yeah. You think his like long coat would get in the way when he's trying to shoot some billiards, you know?
Maybe he just literally shoots the billiards.
That's true. That's not fair, Reaper. You can't do that. UK gets pushed back. Christopher falling on that Reinhardt. Now Cranks with the Dragon Blade. Oh, that does not work out. Got caught by the self-destruct. Rough times for Team Germany as the UK. They're just going to keep moving forward.
And they're going to keep playing the Reinhardt as well. It's all about this low-range composition. Germany has tried to deal with this by switching to Cranks on the Soldier 76, so they at least have some poke damage, but got to keep going with that. We don't see anything else that might be useful in terms of that long-range hit scan.
Yep. Well, all right, time for another Death Blossom. This is going to be epic, guys. I can feel it.
Just sitting inside of Diva back right now. They're getting ready. They're trying to protect him during the Death Blossom. This is a definite extreme Death Blossom attempt. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, he got one. Okay, there. Great job, Cruz. What a Reaper player. All right, doesn't matter. Rest of the team follows up. Crushes Germany, it looks like.
Yeah, Earthshatter's going to be enough to finish that off. Cruz just picking up the kills while everybody's lying on the ground, and that'll be point B. Taken for...
Oh, how graphic. Winston caught into the payload. Poor guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spectacular mechanics right there.
Sick replay. All right. Well, what can you say? This is a map that neither team is really too committed to. It's
a map that's happening. Cruz is playing McCree.
It's a map that's happening. There we go. Over to the McCree now.
Reaper's not too bad at the warehouse, actually, because of how small all of these corridors are. But we've seen McCree here before, and again,
yeah, he's good here too.
You do force the Tracer to play very close to you, so if you can play corners well with a flashbang, you can catch out. And This is not the most spectacular McCree play I've ever seen, though. I have to admit.
No, not so great. All right, well, Germany manages to push United Kingdom back again. Mikey on the soldier now. Let's see if Cruz sticks with the McCree. And he will. Okay.
Well, he hasn't even high noon yet.
No, you got a high noon at least once a day. That's the kind of the rules of the universe, I guess. Even if time is an arbitrary construct instituted for organizational purposes, it's fine. Oh, Cranks decides it's time to get some kills with the Dragon Blade. There's the triple. And Germany holding, at least here on point C.
Pushing them back and punishing some of these swaps that we've seen. Christopher still just staying on the Reinhardt, though. He is committed to playing the German hero against Germany.
Yeah, that's kind of bad manner, isn't it, when you think about it?
Maybe that's the reason, Noah.
Well, Germany's playing Tracer, so fair is fair, I guess. It's high noon. Oh, it's die noon. Bainless getting the kill against Cruz's McCree.
Pretty easy to hit a low mobility target like an ulting McCree with that right click.
I'm going to assume Cruz is using McCree as the American tribute pick because he loves our country so much.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's happy to see us go through to BlizzCon 2 if we do later. He'll be cheering, I know.
That's right.
That's right.
He's a secret American.
Yep. We're brothers. Figuratively. All right. Transcendence coming in. United Kingdom gets the payload around the corner here. Cruz does fall again.
Bayless is hitting a lot of these right clicks now.
Yeah, he is.
Giving Cruz quite a bit of trouble.
Hey, I mean, it's a great spot for Zenyatta to have those long firing corridor with not a lot of room for maneuverability on the other side.
That's very true. Playing the angles not too difficult at the end of Route 66. Smex will eventually get desuited and punched backwards.
Yeah, they're just going to leave him out of the suit. Why not?
Smeck's going to run in, try and get some damage with that Bunny Blaster, get his suit back in time. Bayless again takes out Smex, so staggering that respawn just a bit.
Yep. I think Smex was looking for that one.
He was looking for death.
Wanted to get back in the mech.
Oh, Boombox. That's a nice pick.
Oh, Boombox.
The rest of his team not really in great position to take advantage of it. They are going to wrap around the side, drop down on the low ground. Here we go.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Cranks actually, the Dragon Blade will nullify the pick that Boombox managed to make happen.
Well, he does go down. So the UK with a chance here to push the payload a little bit farther. They've got the numbers advantage for the moment anyway.
So little movement on the payload after Germany has done a solid job of holding it close to the warehouse doors.
Ah, yes. Uh-oh. Oh! Owned, man. He was ready. Right click to the face. Beautiful stuff. Sound barrier now. Oh, Boombox gets caught in the self-destruct. Oh. That's what happens when you show off, Boombox.
The punishment comes afterwards. The humility.
Right. Pretty much. Keeps him humble. It's good. Well, the payload's nearly there, and the United Kingdom winning the fights. They're getting the kills they need to move this forward a little bit later.
There, Skipjack still in the front lines, has that Primal Rage, so popping that will push people back. Internet Hulk found by Mikey, though. The support's not able to really participate in this fight, and hacks are coming through. Cruz has switched to the Sombra. As we reach the final seconds of this map, he really wants to get that EMP up quickly.
Yep, he's got to get it up quickly. As we're down to just less than 10 seconds remaining for the UK's attack round. They haven't quite gotten the payload there yet.
Cruz actually just wrapping around the side right now. He's looking for a target to hack. He's not dealing any damage, and he actually just gets jumped on by Skipjack.
That's okay, he lives. He's over halfway to the EMP. We're into overtime now. Translocator, as he tries to dodge on the way of the Dragon Blade. Crankso finding the kills. A little bit of revenge coming in here, but it looks like the UK is going to get stopped right here, right now. OT should start ticking. There we go. Okay, so the United Kingdom pushing the payload most of the way, but not quite finishing Route 66.
Well, Cruz was trying to show. People call him a Genji one-trick. I know he prefers the term Genji specialist.
That's true. He specifically told us that. Yeah.
He insists to us he is just a Genji specialist.
Specialist, right?
But we saw some decent Reaper play out of him. We saw some middling McCree play.
We saw some McCree play.
I did just watch him run around in circles on Sombra at the end of a point and not really help.
Well, you know, it's the thought.
It was silly. It was a silly end to the map.
It was. Well, we're not done yet, Monte Cristo. Germany has their attack round coming up and a chance to win this map. Although it doesn't really impact anything in the group standings. Like you mentioned, it's nice to get that win, maybe. Nice to get a little bit of mental momentum.
I think that is necessary for Germany. They haven't been playing at the same caliber that we saw.
Yeah.
Especially yesterday. I was excited. I was excited for this map. I thought it'd be a little bit closer. And Germany, they still have a chance here. They still have another final opportunity to make something of this. And of course, they will have their match later today. But coming off a rough loss could be somewhat impactful on their mental state heading into a playoff match later.
You can't let this affect you too much if you're Germany, though, because you're still going to the playoffs. You've still got that chance, Rawhide, to go to BlizzCon. And so you can't give up right now. You have to say, okay, yeah, that was a rough one, but we've still got our shot to go to BlizzCon. That's the important thing.
And we know they can. We know they can play with a lot of coordination too. We've seen that this weekend. They've had good calls. They've had good strategies on these points. So now's the time to show them off. Cruz will be back on the Sombra, packing packs, and they're not going to try anything funny on the defense. This is what we might expect from them if we count on their play throughout this event so far. And Internet Hulk, we've also seen him do this, just pull out the Widowmaker for a shot or two before switching back over to the Lucio.
Yep. All right, so here we go. Time to push that payload. Time for Icefeld to raise his APM, I guess. I didn't see a lot going on in that camera shot a moment ago, but it was
end up back there still. That was very odd. It looked like he had translocated, but his translocator was still somewhere in the back lines. So
interesting.
Interesting positional error there by Cruz, and so Icefeld reads it, and they get the kill onto the Sombra early, which is going to delay the EMP somewhat as he has to run back, even though he does have it up now.
I was going to say, is it?
Well, he still has to get there.
Yeah, I suppose. Either way, the UK should be set up. They've at least stopped the payload from coming around the corner, which is the important thing in that defensive setup. Germany did lose Skipjack during that fight. There's the EMP. IKEA falls, though, but UK overall getting the kills they need to hold this one.
Yeah, quick kills on the side of the United Kingdom. Nash trying to get out right now, but it looks like he will be taken out by Boombox in the end. EMP manages to make it there in time. Internet Hulk taken out at the very end of things with the help of Cruz.
That's a nice delay from the UK.
Yeah, he pushed that one really far back and then teleported back next to the health pack. So that's actually huge. You get another 10 seconds or so as a result of that kill.
Yep. Cranks on the soldier, very close. He's got his ultimate now. And so Germany, with enough ultimates online. Oh, man, that hurts. That's rough. Sound barrier for Germany. They're going in with the 5v6. We'll see what they can do. Icefeld on the back. Maybe he can trap UK with a nice self-destruct. Boombox, a lot of that damage absorbed. He does get, no, actually, the pulse bomb absorbed.
It was the sound barrier, actually, that absorbed the pulse bomb there, so he wasn't actually killed by the explosion. However, Germany still making waves. Cranks with the tactical visor, opening up space, getting a few kills for his team.
Wow, that looked so rough for Germany at the beginning because they lost Cranks before the fight really even started, but he was able to join in for the end of it while his team held on, and now the payload's finally going to get moving, but so much time has already been eaten up off the clock by the United Kingdom.
Yeah, taking a look at Nesh right here, finds Boombox eventually, even though that pulse bomb wasn't successful. Cruz on the side of the car, coordinating with his tanks to finish off the Sombra. Now, Sombra will be coming back for another defense with the EMP up.
Yeah.
Boombox gets low, but doesn't quite die. Taken out by Nesh eventually, and oh man, Vaneless actually won the duel. Cruz just solo EMP'd Vaneless and still died.
That is not what's supposed to happen when you EMP. The Sombra is supposed to be the one winning that duel, as Zenyatta only has 50 health left. Vaneless is gonna fall.
Vaneless was playing back in one of those hallways, and Cruz just ran straight into the hallway for a one-man EMP and then got right-clicked. That is embarrassing.
It is. He's gonna remember that one. That one stings.
Good job by Vaneless, though. Yeah. He forced Cruz to make the decision to come back where his teammates wouldn't be hit by EMP. And not only that, but he won the 1v1 with the ult used. Good stuff.
Not bad, yeah. All right, well, Germany takes point A, moving through to point B now. It's a Tracer duel on the high ground, but both Tracers have to disengage a little bit as the rest of the teams get there.
Cruz staying on the Sombra right now.
Yep.
Wants to keep playing it, and Cranks starts to clear out some room for the cart with the help of the tactical visor. Boombox wants to just jump onto it though with the Transcendence. And
I don't know if that tac visor did a whole lot. United Kingdom, they're losing people now, but they weren't very deterred by that soldier ult. In fact, they're still attacking here. Crank's getting protected by his team. There's the EMP again for Cruz. Now he gets a kill onto Vaneless. Sound barrier for Germany, though, in response. They didn't quite catch Internet Hulk with that one. The payload's going to keep moving. So United Kingdom, you know, their defense has been looking pretty scattered, but the level of seriousness has been going down a bit this map.
I think so as well, Doa, but at least there is some movement here from the German side. They're getting some good kills.
Yeah.
The sound barrier popped there right as their reinforcements came back from spawn, helping them to win the fight. So it looks like they will be able to push through point B. UK doesn't have any ults to get through the choke points, so I think this would be quite a difficult challenge for them to slow down this card anymore than they already have.
They're going to have Primal Rage. They're going to have Sound Barrier. They're going to use it right away. Reels drops that immediately after getting it. So the UK with a small chance here of maybe holding it.
And like you say, at least they have the Primal Rage now to stall out the card. And if you need to, you can punch people away from the choke points and reposition them. Cranks has to fall back pretty far away, and he's just going to reset straight into the canyon.
I was told there were streets, but they weren't real.
Well, they're real up there.
Oh, well, yeah.
Maybe they are real at the bottom of the canyon, though, but maybe unfortunately, you're not allowed to see them at the bottom.
I guess
if you take the fast trip.
Yeah. Okay, so the UK does hold it a little bit. They do buy themselves some time, and Germany down to less than a minute, so the stress, the pressure is on here for them to complete point B.
And especially with Boombox, so with that Transcendence, they're going to be stalled out all the way through the streets as UK pushes forward, trying to keep them away from the cart for as long as they possibly can.
Yep. Vaneless dying again. I mean, all match long. UK, we've said this before, has been doing such a good job of seeking out Vaneless in the back and eliminating him early, and that just leads to fights like this where there's just not enough support to stop the UK from just rolling in and taking out Germany.
And they're going all the way to big Earls, Doa. They know if they make Germany fight for every inch, they're going to have to pop their ults early and not going to have a good fight on top of the payload itself, maybe not even able to make the overtime. That's just some great dashing by Cruz. Back and forth through the hallway.
Feels good. All right, couple seconds left for Germany to push here. They've got some ults to use. They've got to go in now. Cruz, they're looking for them in the back lines. They're kind of flanking from the side. UK pops the Transcendence. Cruz, Crank's cut down immediately with that Dragon Blade. Looking for a little bit more now, trying to get in onto the supports. Skipjack does fall to Mikey A's Pulse Bomb too. We're into overtime. UK trying to hold on. There goes Vaneless, and it's looking like it's going to be the red team, going to be the UK with the 4-0 in this series.
As soon as they clean up some of these stragglers, Diva is done, Nesh is done, overtime is done. And that will be the United Kingdom with a 4-0 in a statement match to take first place in Group H.
Yeah, pretty resounding win there against Germany. That was very decisive, pretty one-sided too. And so they will go on to play against Chinese Taipei in the playoffs. The United States will play against Germany. Some interesting stuff in those matches. And as we look ahead to the playoffs, we're going to send it over the desk to see what their thoughts are on our final group stage match.
Thank you so much, Doa and Monte Cristo. And we, you know, again, it was a valiant effort there from Germany, but the UK looks so good in this group. Zoe, I'm sure you were very happy with how the UK performed here.
Yeah, I mean, valiant effort. I watched those games, and I think slaughter was the medical term I would like to use.
Diablo, oh my goodness.
Oh no, she didn't. She actually did. No, I was really amused though. Like when Cruz started to be like, oh, you know what, I can play. I can play other stuff too.
So the one trick, Genji.
Well, he's just specialist. Yeah, well, he's a Genji specialist, all right. Definitely not a McCree one or a somber one. Or
hey, you just have those games sometimes. Huh?
It's okay. It's all right.
No, you know what,
okay.
Cruz, we love you.
Yes.
So never change. Anyway, Reinforce, want to get you in here. You know, there were some great moments in that game. You know, on both sides. The UK definitely, obviously, had some better moments there. What were your thoughts?
Yes, thank you.
Sure, Cruz did.
Yes.
He had great moments. I'm McCree.
Well, for Korea and Reaper.
Yeah, actually, his Reaper wasn't that bad.
He had a good ult.
He did have a good ult.
Yeah, when he got babysitted
Yes.
so hard.
I mean,
the first one
that's a game plan, you know? Like,
Yeah.
They stood there with each other, and then he looked
held
at
hands,
Smex
and he got
said,
one
Smex,
kill. Congratulations.
dog, have my back.
Dog.
The streets is
Literally,
real.
dog.
It's time to go. And they did it.
They did it.
And
Yo.
that's all that mattered. All right, Reinforce
About
highlights.
friendship.
Go ahead. What do you have for
play
me?
the highlights.
Play the-
I don't even think Germany looked that bad in this matchup. I mean, they have a lot of like individually skilled players, right? So they put up a good fight. But the UK, I mean, they're just relentless, right? I don't see a lot of weakness in this UK team. I think that you kind of have to play triple DPS and play spread out to make it hard for the UK to focus one core of the team. But otherwise, I mean, just on every position, I mean, the UK is looking so strong. But
Yeah.
Germany tried.
Yeah, and, you know, and hey, right, they have a lot to work on because they're going to be going up against the USA here, Seltzer, in a little bit, and it doesn't get easier from this point forward.
No,
Maybe.
absolutely not. UK is the one eating cheeky Nandos after that match, but Germany can put it back together here. I have a tough time talking bad about USA, though, so I'm just going to talk about Germany in the context of this match, which was that they weren't able to quite get it against UK, but I did like what I saw from Cranks there, a little bit of interesting stuff. Fortunately, Hulk on the Lucio and on the Sombra was a little bit more confusing for me, but they had moments of brilliance throughout.
Yeah, we know the capability of Internet Hulk, and I'm sure he's not pleased with how that game went. I mean, I spoke to him yesterday after their matchup against Belgium, and he said, you know, I'm not too into like how he performed yesterday. I want to improve, and I'm sure he's not happy about this one as well. Going into that matchup against USA is going to be very tough. So
the good news is that I do feel like the mistakes Germany did make, they're very easy to put a finger on it,
That is
right?
true.
Like things like don't layer your ults from your supports and stuff like that. Like it should be easy for them to actually identify the issues they had and then pull it together. I felt like they did a good job going from day 1 to day 2. Now we're at day 3, and it really counts here. So I very much hope that the little time they have, they're going to use that for this.
No, for sure. And just closing comments, Reinforce on your end there. How do you feel UK's chances are going up against Chinese Taipei now? Because we know that's going to be the potential matchup.
I mean, the UK is looking really scary. I mean, we have realistically no idea how the matchup is going to go down, right? But I think that the UK is looking amazing right now. And Chinese Taipei, they're looking a bit sketchy. So I'm going with the UK.
Yeah, I
for
said,
later.
It's funny. I just caught myself. I was like, and that we know that that's going to be the potential matchup. No, it's going to be the matchup, Alex. Come on, jeez, get your head out of your butt and be more decisive. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for us here. Of course, thank you so much for your insight. We will be back in just a second, though, because we have one more match in this group, and once again, it is a matchup for pride as Belgium will take the stage against Israel. We'll see you in just a few.
Is already defeated.